So, I've been telling you these lessons I've learned from my grandfather and kind of the things that he imparted to me. A lot of them written down, a lot of them just from memory. But, I really remember and value the back and forth, the traveling, the conversations we had. And so this one story I'm going to tell you, I guess I'm going to call it the last lesson. It was graduation week, I remember, and I couldn't get to him. I would normally travel either every other weekend or sometime every weekend to go see him. But this time I couldn't get to him, so we talked on the phone. And we talked about the same old things. Politics, religion, people's rights. So good conversation, nothing wrong. Grandpa had a raspiness in his voice, if you would. And so the conversation's about to end, and I'm talking about graduating, and he is excited because I'm going to become a doctor. It was a master's degree, but he didn't know any better. He graduated ninth grade, so uh, I was going to be a doctor. A master's, anything over a bachelor's is a doctor. So he's all excited, and I just let him have it because who doesn't want to be a doctor? And so I couldn't get to him, and so at the end of the conversation, he says, "Thank you very much." And I says, okay, well, and for some reason I said, "For what?" And he said, "For your time. Thanks for the time." And and then the next day he passed away. It's it's a hard story to tell because you feel like you're losing your advocate, right? Because Grandpa was so accepting of everybody and even me. And so it's a story that kind of haunts me a little bit because if you ever lost your advocate, you've lost a person who would accept you. He would always say, if you find somebody who loves you for who you are and what you are, you may want to keep them around. And so while that story haunts me because I miss him, it blesses me because of the relationship we developed. Everything I learned with him was about relationship and time. All the travels, all the remodeling projects, I would feed him, I would clothe him, I would clean him, but he was most grateful and he valued the time the most that I sat with him. And so that's the lesson, time. That's our most important commodity. So when I get tired or when I get off track, I replay our last lesson and the impact that it had on my life and continues to have on my life.